This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressed in all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports. Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Oakland Raiders. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, gun. Switch gears.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
Here we go. 180. 12, fellas, here we go. Hey, gun. Jim. Kill.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Past the 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards on the ground. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. There's Garoppolo to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
21.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Where are they, team? One.
Mariota on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on second and long. Mariota, he's got Smith here. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Pick your game up. I got motion. Seven's a mark. One. Seven's a mark.
Third and long here for Mariota. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first down, Sampson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 50 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Kill.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Raiders nothing.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
San Francisco.
Here we go. 180.
Focus, defense, focus.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his third and 1. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Garoppolo again. Open man is Higgins. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, Sampson trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Mariota now. The open man is Smith. There he goes right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after here coming up. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They go play action here on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Blue 18.
Check, 59. Guys, it's game 6.
One.
Echo.
Back to it after the pick six. Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Motion. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Hey, gun.
Hey, what's the ball?
I got you.
53, Mike. Exit.
12. Stay high.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Mike 59.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Yo.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. It's caught. Smith. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Stop your whining.
On 3rd down, Sampson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll try the left side. Sampson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 72 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
Here's Mariota. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Throwing again on second down. Mariota. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 98 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mariota. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
65. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, check 24.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota. That's complete to Slayton. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run here with McAllister. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Makes the score Niners 31.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now the second down throw on target. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Here we go.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Cameron Johnston now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10. Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second, third quarter in Indy. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. To throw Mariota. And this one complete to Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 22. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll run on first down. Sampson muscles him off. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
One.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now the extra point try forthcoming. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 12. 53. Check 53.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Check 4.
Hey, gun.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On second down, Mariota again. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mariota now to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Now Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Higgins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. One thing to